Hello, this is Andree, yoga instructor at JCC. Today I'm going to teach you how to safely lengthen the hamstring. So there's various positions you can take to do that and not hurt your muscles. So stretching takes a lot of patience and perseverance. So you want to go to a place where your muscles, you feel the muscles stretching, but you don't go beyond that place where the muscles begins to grip, and you know it because it doesn't feel good. So what happens when you stretch the muscle is that basically you are dealing with the fascia, which permeates the whole body. And the fascia is like the nervous system of the muscles. So when you stretch a muscles and you overdo it, then the fascia sends a message to your brain to contract the muscles. And this is not a comfortable position to be in. So let's be very mindful how we stretch the muscles today. We're going to do poses accessible to all. You're going to need for today a chair. Any chair will do. And a bolster, a blanket if you need a little support underneath your sitting bones, a strap, and 2 blocks. Okay, this is all you're going to need today. So we're going to stand on our hands and knees. Let's put the blanket away. Come to your hands and knees. Spread the fingers evenly so the index finger points straight forward. You firm up the arms, you rotate the arms out. So begin to take an inhale into the cow position, meaning you extend your spine. And then as you exhale, run the back deeply. Inhaling to extend. Exhaling, curling the spine. So we're going to do 3 more breaths this way. Keep the arms nice and firm. Let your breath guide the movement of the spine. Let's take 1 more breath. Exhaling, round your back, press back to child's pose. Now keep stretching the arms forward so you position yourself to receive downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under, press to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Let's take 5 breaths. Fully open the armpits of the shoulders, rotate the arms out. If you feel very tight, you can bicycle your legs, bringing one heel down, holding, and then bringing the other heel down. So here when we do this, you feel the stretch in your calves. Okay. So do this 1 more time on each side. And now let's stretch both legs evenly, going deep into the back of your legs. So you're opening the back, the knees. Now let's move forward to a plank, warming up the body. Keep the arms rotating out, belly pulled in, legs fully active. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Now walk your feet to your hands. Exhale here. As you inhale, stretch your spine. Come all the way up to standing. And exhale with the palms to the center of your heart. Be with each breath. Now we're going to do a few forward bends. So let's bring your arms alongside your body. Take an inhale as you extend your arms up over your head. And exhale, bend your knees, come into a forward bend. Let your chest rest on your thighs. Now inhale to fly back. Exhale, release, so the knees are still bent. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, the palms to the center of your heart. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees to forward bend. Inhale to fly back. Exhale, belly to your thighs. Keep lifting your tailbone. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, palms to the center of your heart. Let's do this 1 more time. Inhale, the arms up. Bend your knees. Exhale to forward bend. Inhale to fly back. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, Tadasana. Now let's stretch your arms up. Bend the elbows. Hold on to your left elbow with your right hand first, and then your right elbow with your left hand. Open the armpits of your shoulder. Keep your ears between your arms. Now let's bend the knees slightly and then hinge forward. Come in to your forward bend. And now once you're here, lift the tailbone to extend the legs. Inhaling, bend your knees again. Come all the way up. And exhale the arms down. Okay, we're going to do this again. Inhale the arms up. Change. Hold your right elbow first with the left and left elbow with your right. Exhale, bend your knees to come to your forward bend. As you inhale, extend the legs. And then come all the way up, bend your knees to come up. And exhale, your arms out. Pause here in Tadasana. Feel the complete movement. You should feel the energy percolating from the sole of your feet all the way to the crown of the head. So as you stand here in Tadasana, shift the weight to your heels. But as you shift the weight to your heels, press the ball of the foot and lift the pubic bone as you release your tailbone. So notice what happens when you do that. Now let's inhale. We're going to do a few, have your blocks ready. You're going to have 2 blocks. And let's have the block on the high end, okay? Have your feet hip width apart. Stretch your arms over your head. Bend your knees, come into forward bend. Inhaling, stretch your spine. Press your hands on the block. Step your right foot back. Lower your right knee to the floor. Now bring the block back. Press it against the block. Release here. So point the toes behind you. Lift the eyes up, so you're looking up. You're pressing the front foot to the ground. You're pressing your right ankle to the ground. Now move the block forwards again. Tuck your toes under. Step forward. And step your left foot back. Release the knee down. Point the toes. Move the blocks back. Lift the eyes up, looking up. And tuck your toes under, move the blocks forward. Coming back up, step forward. Now with the block underneath your hands, lengthen the spine, come into a flat back. Keep rotating the arms out. Breathing to the front body. Now you're going to step your right foot forward, step the left foot back, bring the back foot to the floor. Without forcing, how much can we're going to start with your bent knee. So bend the right knee a little bit, and then to extend your leg, push your foot to the floor to extend your leg. So you're using the quadricep muscles to lengthen the hamstring. You try to keep the hips square, so you're compacting the outer hips toward the midline. Make sure that you are pressing the big toe mount and rooting to the outer edge of the back foot. Now bend your knees, step forward. We're going to go to the other side. Stepping the right foot back, starting with the left knee bent, extending the left leg by pushing your foot against the floor. Rooting to the outer edge of your back foot, keeping a flat back. Bending your front knee, step forward. Walk back a little bit. Keep your hands on the blocks, and then flatten your back. So you want to flatten the thoracic spine. So the shoulder blades move toward each other. The tip of the shoulder blades move toward each other. You press it against the block. Looking straight forward, about 6 feet on the floor. Notice the core muscles, pulling the core muscles in. Now you may stay on the block or wish to go into a deeper forward bend. Notice if you're hanging in your heels. Okay, continue to bend your knees if you need to. In fact, everybody bend your knees a little bit, and then straighten the legs by lifting the tailbone. Let your head hang naturally between your arms. Let's do this again. Inhale, bend your knees, stretch the spine. Again, you can use blocks underneath your hands. Exhale to release. Let's do this one more time. Bend your knees, stretch the spine. Exhale to release. Now bend your knees, come to your knees. Move the block to the side. Let's come back to a cat-cow pose. Inhaling into the cow position. Eyes look up. Exhaling, rounding the back. Crown of the head drops. And coming into the spine extension. Rounding the back. Use the breath to guide the movement of the spine. Let's do 2 more breaths. Now press to chest pose. Keep the arms fully extended. Take 5 breaths here. For those of you who feel that you want more workout, you can definitely do to a downward facing dog. Keep expanding the rib cage as you take an in breath, releasing into the out breath. And now let's come to a downward facing dog. Touch your toes under, press back. And then walk your feet forward to your hands, releasing here. And inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, Tadasana. So we are going to take a bolster or your 2 blankets, whatever you have, okay? And you're going to place the bolster underneath your knees. So now your feet are on the floor and the back of your knees supported by the bolster. Okay, place your hand here, lengthen the spine. Now, walk forward, releasing your belly onto your thighs. You can grab the side of your feet if you can, or just have the hands by your side. Okay. First, let's start by lengthening the spine. And then slowly open the elbows and release your head forward. Let's take 10 breaths here. The back muscle should feel soft. So you may feel a stretch where your hamstring hook onto the ceiling bones. So the glutes and the ceiling bone and the hamstring, you feel a stretch there. Depending on your flexibility, it could be very strong stretch or it could be very mild. Be with the breath, fully opening the rib cage. And I find that each time I exhale, I just pull on my feet a little bit more and I glue my chest to my knees, to my thighs. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And then slowly sit up. Now we're going to take this bolster or those 2 blankets and you're going to sit on it. Feet together. So now we're going to do the forward bend, and instead of elevating the knees, we're elevating the sitting bones. Okay. You can still have the knees slightly bent for those of you who are really, really tight. Okay. So starting as you're sitting up, start by stretching your legs as much as you can, stretch the arms over your head, and then hinging from the sitting bones, come forward and either place your hands on either side of your legs or grab your feet. Now inhale, flat back. Exhale, release deeper, letting the head drop. Let the elbows lift out to the side to keep the thoracic spine concave. You may notice a more intense stretch in your hamstring. Remember, if it's too much, then you bend your knees a little bit. And then slowly inhale and come up. Good. Now we're going to take our chair. So move your bolster to the side. your chair. So we are going to start, and again here I would suggest, even if you, particularly if you're very tired, that you use your wool blanket to elevate the sitting bones. You're going to separate your legs out and move the chair closer to you. Now you want to the toes to point straight up. You sit tall. So adjust the chair so it's in the right place. What we're going to do, you're going to bring your forearms to the chair and you're going to bring your head onto your forearms. Now concentrate on fully extending the legs. And let's take 10 breaths here. Use your exhalation to release the muscles. You can visualize sending warmth to the hamstring. So sometimes when the muscles are very tight, you can feel like a block of ice. So use your breath to melt the ice. Now let's see if you move the chair a little bit more forward to access the back a little bit more. Keep those toes pointing straight up to the ceiling. Keep pressing the back of your knees as much as you can toward the floor. You may also feel a stretch in the armpits of the shoulders and the upper arms. Let's take one more breath. And then slowly come up to seated with the spine extended. Now you're going to stretch your legs out together. Move the chair a little closer to start. Well, just enough. I mean, right now my feet are touching the back of the chair. So here, bring your forearm to the chair and bring your forehead to your arms. Same action. Now you want to press the back of your knees as close to the floor as you can. So you remember that the quads work in partnership. So as your quadriceps contract, the hamstring release or stretch. That's another word for release. Just keep your core muscles also firm. Be with the breath. Now let's move the chair a little bit more forward, away from you, to get a little bit more of a stretch in the back. Keep the legs fully extended. Let's take 5 more breaths here. This is already work. You can feel your muscles responding to this mild position. And now slowly come up. You don't have to change what you're sitting on if you're comfortable there. You're going to cross the legs, so have your right leg in front of the left. Okay, let's stretch the arms up. hold onto your elbows and then slowly bring the elbows to the seat of the chair. Let's take 5 breaths here. Let the knees release out toward the floor. Engage the abdominal muscles. So you know, you're not really relaxing the belly toward the floor. You keep a firm grip on those muscles. And just direct your breath to your back. Now slowly sit up. Change the cross. So now your left leg is going to be in front of the right. Stretch the arms up. Change the way you hold on to your elbows. And then slowly bring your elbows to the chair. So the forehead can rest on the edge of the chair. Let's take 5 breaths. Don't be shy about opening the armpits of the shoulders, feeling the triceps stretching. So you let the rib cage expand with the inhale and feel the slight pull of the navel as you exhale. And then slowly sit up. So we're going to keep the chair for the next movement. You're going to come to sit up. You can move the blanket to the side. Facing the chair, you're going to bring your right foot forward. Place your hands on the seat of the chair. Step your left foot back. Bring the back heel to the floor. Pause here, squaring the hips. So we want to keep both hips facing straight forward. Now, if you can either keep your hand on the chair and concentrate on the hips and the extension of both legs, or you can bring your forearm to the chair and release your head between your arms. Let's take 5 breaths here. Compact the hips. Flatten the thoracic spine. Now slowly push away from the chair and come up. Let's step to, press your hand on the chair, yes, step your right foot back. We'll place your hands on your hips to help you guide the hips forward. Root to the other edge of your back foot and press the big toe mount of the front foot. Come forward. You can start holding onto the chair, or you can stay here, or you can bring your forearms and release here. Keep your ears between your arms. Concentrate on the square hips. Concentrate on pressing the feet to the mat. And then slowly come back up and step forward. Okay, let's move the chair out of the way. Let's come to your hands and knees. Extend the arms forward. Tuck your toes under. Press to downward facing dog. And now this is now the difference in your dog pose. Now inhaling, come forward to a plank. Look up. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling forward to plank. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Come to your knees and stretch your chest, pose. Okay, let the arms relax. So if it feels good to you, you can bring the arms alongside your body. And now you want to broaden the shoulder blades. You're relaxing your back. And direct your breath to the back muscles. And slowly sit up. Now we're going to do, continue to stretch your hamstring. We're going to do it lying down. So you're going to take your strap. So begin lying with your knees bent to get into the position. Now I would suggest that if you are really, really tight in your hamstring, that you keep the left leg bent, bring the right knee in and place the strap around the foot. So you can place the strap either on the ball of the foot or on the heel. Avoid placing the strap in the arch of the foot because there's not a lot of support there. I prefer to have the strap around the ball of the foot. Okay, so you keep that leg bent, your right knee is still bent. So hold on to the strap with two hands. And now slowly begin to push your foot into the strap. You want to curl the toes toward you. So you're spreading the toes. And then walk your hands up until your arms are straight. And then take 5 breaths here. Remember not to force the stretch. If you have a mild sensation right now in the back of your leg, then that's perfectly fine. Now let's hold on to the strap with your right hand and hold as high as you can onto the strap. You want to have that right arm up straight. Okay, you can have your left hand either right at the hip, the left hip, or just up to the side. Okay. Now pull the leg toward you a little bit more, and you're perfectly fine to bend the knee slightly to do that. Okay, and then bring your leg out to the side. Don't go too far. So you want to go far enough, keeping the pelvic floor stable on the floor. So you don't want to lift the left sitting bones. Now feel the stretch in the inside of your thigh, starting at the groins, all the way to the ankle. Now bring the leg back to the center. Let go of the foot and place the foot down on the floor. And pause here, observing the sensation in your right leg. Now keep the left leg bent, bring the right knee in, place a strap either around the ball of the foot or the heel. And then slowly push your foot into the strap. Keep the arms straight. So you're not trying to overflex the foot. You're keeping the foot in neutral flexion. So there's no dorsal or plantar flexion. You're pushing the foot into the strap. You're spreading the toes. Now take the strap in your left hand. Pull the leg toward you a little bit more. Remember, you can have the knee slightly bent if you need to. And then extend the legs out to the side. Letting the other knee move out as well to balance the sacrum on the floor. Keep pressing the foot into the strap. This is really important to avoid hyperextension. Now slowly bring your leg back up to the center and let go of the foot. Bending your knee, plant the feet. Just pause here for about 2 breaths. So we're going to repeat the stretch. Repetition when we try to lengthen the muscles is very important. It's more important than try to force the muscles, right? So for that's why you can repeat exactly what we did, keeping the left knee bent, or you can extend both legs. Let's extend the arms over your head, gaining length. And now bend your right knee in, pull the knee to your belly. Holding onto your shin. Now place the strap on your foot. Just hold on with your right hand now and slowly extend the leg out to the ceiling. Now extend your left arm out. This is a different position of the arms. And then slowly bring your leg out to the side. As you bring the right leg out to the side, you want to reach forward with your left leg. So this is like doing pyramid when we were standing, stretching the front leg with the back foot rooted. Bring the leg back to the center. Now hold on to the strap with your left hand and bring the leg across just a little bit. Pause here. Use your exhalation to melt away the resistance. Now bring the leg back to the center, letting go of the foot. Give your knee a hug. And stretch both legs, stretch the arms over your head. Exhaling, bring your left knee in, pull the knee in. Take your strap, place the strap around the foot. And slowly extend the leg up to the ceiling. Just hold on with your left hand. Extend your right arm out to the side. And then slowly bring your leg out to the side. As you bring the left leg out to the side, you keep reaching forward with your right leg. Bring the leg back up. Hold on to the strap with your right hand and bring the leg just slightly across until you feel that really strong stretch here in the abdomen. Just know that it's usually not a very pleasant place to stretch, but it's really healthy for the heel. Now bring the leg back to the center, let go of your foot. Stretch both legs, arms over your head. Bring your arms by your side. Bend your knees, plant the feet. So we're not going to use a strap for the next one. We are going to do pigeon pose on our back. And we're going to do pigeon pose, 2 sets of pigeon pose. One is going to be on our backs, and then you can repeat the pose on your back. Or we also going to do the prone pigeon. So this is supine pigeon pose. You're going to bring your right ankle to your left knee. Pull your left knee forward, hold on underneath your left leg. Now extend your left leg up to the ceiling and slide both arms underneath your right calf. Lower your left leg all the way down to the floor. Now you want to pull your foot toward you, the right foot, and you want to press the knee in the opposite direction. And make sure that your knee is not up. Keep the knee in alignment. And again, don't force that. Just be in that place where you feel like that you are accessing a stretch. Let's take 5 more breaths here. Keep the knee in alignment with the hip. And melt the resistance away with your exhale. And then slowly letting go of the foot. Place the foot on the floor. Place your left ankle over your right knee. Now pull your right knee in, hold underneath your thigh. Stretch the leg up. Slide both arms underneath your left calf and lower the right leg to the floor. Once you're here, move the left knee in until you feel a little bit more of a stretch in your glutes and hamstring. You're going to take 5 breaths here. So it is safer to do pigeon pose on your back if you're very tight. But that being said, it's also easier to cheat. So you want to maintain that mild stretch in your hamstring and glutes. Using the breath. And now slowly letting go, press the foot on the floor, press both feet down. And pause here. Relaxing the body. And then pull your knees in. Now for those of you who are going to stay supine, you don't have to move. Those of you who want to go to the prone position, you're going to cross at the ankles, you're going to roll up and come to downward facing dog. You're going to stretch your right leg up, bend your knee, open your hip, and then bring your right leg to pigeon pose. Come to your forearms. 5 breaths. You can place your forehead on your head. If you're in prone position, place your forehead on your head. If you're in a supine position, you're repeating what we did before. Relaxing into the stretch. Just take one more breath. If you lie in prone, you're going to lift up and press back to downward facing dog. If you're supine, you're going to place the foot back down to the floor. Pause there. So extend your left leg up, bend the knee, open your hip. And then bring the leg into pigeon pose. Come into your forearms. And pressing your forehead on your hands. 5 breaths. Releasing into the stretch, welcoming the stretch. Let's take one more breath. And push against the floor. Back to downward facing dog. Those of you who are in a supine position, come also to downward facing dog or child's pose. And come to your knees. Let your arms relax alongside your body to child's pose. And sit up. So we are going to do now recline cobbler's pose, and I'd like you to have support underneath your spine. So there's 2 ways to do that. One is to take the bolster you had before, place it lengthwise on your mat, or take the 2 blankets that you had, also placing the same way. You roll them up into a roll. So let's start by sitting on the bolster. You're going to take your strap and you're going to make a loop. Now I know many of us are loop challenged, so you place a loop between these 2 things here, then you open one and you slide the other one inside. And you have your loop. Okay. Now, you're going to put the loop over your head, right by the hips, so not on your waist, right by the hips, and then you're going to slide your feet into the loop. Then you're going to tighten the strap. So this is what it looks like if you look from forward, right? I have that's around my hips, and I put my feet into the strap. Now you're going to sit in front of the bolster, and make sure the bolster is in a position that captures the top, the space between the lumbar and the thoracic spine. Then release back onto your support. Extend the arms over your head to get length. Then bring the arms by your side. Lift the shoulder blades, the chest. Let the arms rest by your side. Close your eyes for 5 breaths. So I always adjust the strap if you find it's too loose. So the strap is there to support the other hip so that you don't compress the hip joint. Let's begin by taking a deep breath in, expanding the ribcage, and then slowly letting go, exhaling. Let's take 3 more breaths this way. Deep inhale, pause and expand, and let go. Two more. One more. Deep breath in. Keep expanding as you pause. And slow, steady breath out. And breathe normally for 5 breaths. Those brain cells relax. And now let's you set up for Shavasana. You're going to take off the strap. You can either lie very flat on the floor, or you can use the bolster onto the top of your thighs. Bend the elbows, lift between the shoulder blades, and then let your feet relax out to the side. Close your eyes for Shavasana. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Letting the muscles let go of any resistance, any contraction. Feel the vibration in the parts of the body that we worked on today. With each exhale, you let go a little bit more. Feel the warmth in the palm of your hands. Feel the skin relaxing on your forehead. Feel your heart beat into your chest. Be present with the body. Now slowly bend your knees. Roll to your side and come up to a seated position. You can use your bolster to sit down. Keep closing your eyes for a few breaths. And join your palms. With your next exhalation, bow to yourself with gratitude. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and a wonderful week. And see you next time. Bye-bye.